Hello again, and welcome back to Right Man in the Wrong Place. My name is Luke Tatum. I react to music. I'm so glad that you are here. It is finally time for us to do the very, very much requested SAIKAI from Limbus Company by Mili. And I do have to say, this is my first reaction in like 3 weeks. This won't come out until probably Friday the 19th is what I'm thinking, of June 2026. So thank you all for being patient, especially for the requester of this song. This is a paid donation request from Chris, and there were unpaid requests, multiples for this song. There was also Yuri and jinxmajinme and Merlockqueen and OdysseyHadAPurpose and Charon. And so thank you to all of you, but especially thank you to Chris for the request that came with a donation. And that is why this is happening right now. This is maybe one of the most requested songs ever on the history of this channel. So I don't want to just ramble and rant for too long, but the comment here is from the video game Limbus Company, as I already know, but this one hits different. And so I'm going to hit play. I'm going to see what it's all about. I've got the lyrics pulled up in a separate tab. And, y'all have been waiting and waiting and waiting, and I have been unavailable. So let's listen. Kind of a sad piano. Sad, but not too sad.
When I was young and lost, you showed up and had my doors unlocked. Like threads, petals unfold. A red
Okay, you don't know what that is.
You have shown.
Okay, so before I heard it just entering into something more, more orchestrated beyond the solo piano or the piano and vocal duet. So let me look that up on my lyric sheet. Kawara Nadeshiko. I'll look that up. It's a Japanese name for the dianthus superbus, commonly known as the fringed pink or large pink. It translates to riverbed pink, derived from its tendency to grow in dry riverbeds. In cultural and literary contexts, the flower often symbolizes resilience and delicate beauty, appearing notably in the lyrics of Mili's song SAIKAI from the game Limbus Company. So, okay, so when I was young and lost, when the singer, when the character of the song was young and lost, this other person showed up and unlocked her doors. In other words, made her feel safe enough to explore some of the emotions that she had been dealing with. Like threads, petals unfold. Thread. There's the game studio Red Thread Games that, their first game is called The Longest Journey, and then they did Dreamfall, and then they did Dreamfall Chapters, and that's when they became Red Thread Games. But a thread, a very, very common metaphor for an idea that extends through someone's life or someone's story or a novel. There's a thread of continuity that connects the beginning to the end, or what have you. The books in a series have a thread of connection. So, like threads, petals unfold, and so petals of a flower. I guess I should look up a picture of that flower. Okay. It looks actually kind of like the mimosa tree that we have, in a way. And so those little, it's a thread-like blossom. And that unfolds to reveal stories, right? These stories that can continuously extend out in all directions, which is this person's life. So I'm going to hit play if I am on the right window. Oh, that's the flower right there. I just noticed it was in the picture for the song.
You have shown me that I am still capable of caring for someone else, that I still bear the same innocence inside.
Beautiful.
'Cause now I know that pain cannot define the past. We are built to overcome endless mishaps. You know it is not so bad when you are with me. Cherish as long as.
Oh my gosh. So, you know, I've been married for 15 years, and this is something that's very personally relevant to me. You know, I'm not a perfect person by any stretch of the imagination, right? And I have caused many problems in my relationship, and you know, to be able to take responsibility for those things and own up to them, and to really, really, truly grasp what it means to be a separate person. Oh my gosh, I have a notification. A separate person that can be with another separate person, but to choose to have vulnerability with that person, and to, in spite of all of the simple or not so simple mistakes that you make and that they make, to still decide to be with that person and to still move forward from that as a team. You know, that's a pretty big deal. And maybe this isn't about a romantic relationship. Maybe it's about a, you know, father and son, mother and daughter, father and daughter, mother and son. I have no idea. I have no idea. But it is a relationship. So you have shown me that I am still capable of caring for someone else. And so despite the hurt, despite the past relationships, despite the other things that may have occurred, this is still something that's worth keeping, right? It's worth keeping alive. And the imagery here, I know y'all tell me, you know, the imagery is not, it's not necessarily part of the whole thing, but here certainly that is the flower that we're talking about. And it's a one bloom amongst tons and tons and tons of dead flowers, right? Empty flower pots, decaying flowers everywhere. They appear to be roses everywhere else. And so this is a different kind of flower. This is a different kind of love, let's say. Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, her, Cassie Way, her voice is just stunningly good.
That I am still capable of caring for someone else, that I still bear the same innocence inside.
Okay, and the same innocence, right? What does that mean? The same innocence inside is, despite all of this other stuff that's happened, you know, you're not damaged goods. You're not unworthy. You're not, you know, it's not too far gone. You still have value that you bring to a relationship. And that's an important lesson to be able to reflect upon and see. And it's easy to fall in that trap. Well, I'm just so terrible, right? And I've been there. I've said that. Well, if I'm so bad, blah, blah, blah. you know. And that's just the wrong approach. It's the wrong way to feel about it. Even though it feels right in the moment, because you're being hurt or whatever. You still have childlike innocence. It's part of a broader context now, but you still have it.
'Cause now I know that pain cannot define the past. We are built to overcome endless mishaps. You know it is not so bad when you are with me. Cherish as long as we last. 'Cause S is not for sayonara. Let memories play back.
Ooh. Oh.
I knew.
Okay, just a quick comment on the instrumentation and the, so we have this guitar, very, heartfelt, very emotive. I mean, it hits me right in the heart, And then we have this thoughtful and delicate instrumentation in the percussion, right? So the drums, we have, a rim shot. We have, slapping the stick across the head of the drum. I don't have here. So this is the head of your snare drum. I can't actually see my stuff. And so it's going to have like a rim. It's going to stick up on the sides a little bit, and you're going to lay your drumstick on there and click it, right? And so it kind of creates this less harsh sound than you would normally hear from a snare drum. Things like turning your snares off, things like playing with mallets instead of sticks. These sorts of things create this more delicate texture, which plays right into this incredibly delicate song. And, oh gosh, it's great. This is great. So, the kick drum there in that section.
I knew.
I'm sorry. The kick drum, boom, 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 right? I did that a few times. That is a heartbeat, right? It's one of the oldest tricks in the book when it comes to music, but when it's done well, it's so intensely powerful, and I think that is definitely applicable here. What a great use of that.
I must step up.
I must step up.
You deserve the world and more. The truth is that you rather spend our limited time together. Protection alone is not enough. Providing cannot fill an empty cup. Thirsting for love, I questioned myself a lot.
For a split second, I thought it was over. Strings, violin, cello.
What do I know about?
All right, let's get to this section again before we get into this last bit. It's hard to know where to pause. Y'all understand, and I know that y'all who are here for the Mili reactions, like I know that at this point, if you're still watching these, that you want me to talk a little bit. And so this part, I mean, this just really hits home for me. There is such a thing as synchronicity. I don't know how invested into the ideas of Carl Jung that you, the viewer, are, but if you have not studied Jung's work, if you have not read Memories, Dreams, Reflection, if you've not, dug into this, I would highly, highly suggest that you do. And, it really gets at the core of reality in a way that nothing I had read or experienced previously really did. So I knew I must step up. I mean, this is very, very important stuff right here. I knew that I must step up. You deserve the world and more, right? You see the best in another person. And if things aren't working out, if things are hard in that relationship, it's not their fault. You have to move beyond that defensiveness and that upset and to see. No, focus on the good aspects of that person. And the truth is that you'd rather spend our limited time together. Now, this is a little assumptive, but I don't know the story, right? But to say, we both have limited lifetimes, don't we want to be together? Wouldn't you rather, it could be phrased as a question, right? Wouldn't you rather cherish that time together and experience what time we have on Earth in physical reality together? Protection alone this sounds like a romantic story to me. Protection, right? Traditionally associated with the male of the household or whatever. It's not that or maybe this again could be like a mother and a son or something like that. And so, I can't protect you, provide for you, because I think that's the next line. And that by itself is not enough. There needs to be something that is separate and delicate and vulnerable beyond, I care about you, so let me keep you from coming to harm. I care about you, so let me provide income or whatever.
It's not enough. Providing cannot fill an empty cup. Thirsting for love, I questioned myself.
I certainly feel that. Certainly feel that.
What do I know about love? How can I recreate what I've never had? All I know is that I must keep you thriving. If nutrients are what you lack, I will water you with every drop of blood I have. But now I know that sacrifice is the easy path. My absence cannot ever change the fact I wanted the very best for you. Believe me, our plans are right, can never be cut, and this is not for sayonara. Will you forgive me at last?
Gosh. What an incredible song. I'm going to go back. I love it when they let the piano resonate. I love it when they just let the note ring out. Let the instrument breathe. Oh gosh. Sorry. the idea of sacrifice is the easy path, right? This is something that, again, I've experienced and seen and something about. And it's easy to say, well, if I'm causing problems, then let me just, I'll sleep in a worse place. I'll work longer hours. I'll do blah, blah, blah. But that's refusing to address the problem, right? It's refusing to build that bridge, that connection with the person that you are saying that you care about. Okay, well, yeah, okay, you would go to all these links and make all these sacrifices for them, but will you actually spend time with them? Will you actually sit with the emotional reality of that relationship? Will you? And in some ways, it's easier to do something that seems harder, right? My absence cannot ever change the fact I wanted the very best for you, right? And so even in a state of separation, even in a nurturing a child and the child leaves the nest and they go out and they do their thing and don't come home for holidays, no matter what happens, the thread, going back to the idea of the thread, the red thread, the thread that has blood, can never be cut, right? It's a bond that transcends, in some sense, all of the realities of life. And I do like the NS is not for sayonara. Sayonara, goodbye, of course. Will you forgive me at last? So I guess in the context of the game, in the context of the story, there's something that's happened, something that maybe is unforgivable on some level. But, can we patch this up? Can we make it work? Can we rebuild trust? Or is this another flower left to wither? And so this flower, I meant to say at the beginning, I looked up what SAIKAI means, and it can be translated as either reunion or meeting again. And so it seems like this is the one relationship, right, that didn't wither. There's something here that transcends, and we're meeting this person again, and we're saying, hey, can we move on from that thing that I did, right? Or those things, or that time that we went through together. Can we move on from that, and can we build something fresh that is informed by that? But we had that other line. I'm going to have to fish it out. Pain, something about pain cannot define the past. And so, right, the past is what it is. It has happened. It has inflicted its harm upon us, but is now maybe the time, has enough time passed that we can maybe look at this freshly and move on. And so that, what an incredible, incredible, incredible song. Just, the Mili knows when to bring in a lot of instruments and a lot of chaos and become hard to follow and layer multiple vocal tracks on top of each other. And they know when not to do that. And this is such a vulnerable and fragile song. Oh my gosh, that's just really, really good. And this comes to me at a time that, I feel the message of this song maybe more than I would have ever felt it before in my life. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I hope that I hope that you appreciated this reaction. I hope you enjoyed it. Share with a friend if it was meaningful to you. Another Limbus company fan or something, you know? But if you want to support the channel, if you have a donation request, I will just put a caveat on that. I am dealing with a whole heck of a lot of stuff right now here, just personally. And that ties into the song. But, you know, if you want to support the channel, leave a donation request. Awesome. I will get to it as soon as I can. Like, I really will. I'm not doing 3 days a week right now. I'm just kind of backing off. I just had time. This is all I have time to do today. And so I got one song done for the first time in 3 weeks. But more will be coming. I'm not going anywhere. I thank you, each and every one of you, for every like, comment, subscribe, etc. And you know, this channel means a lot to me. Y'all mean a lot to me. So thanks so much. Until next time, the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. Make that you. Go take responsibility for something that you've done in the past. Improve your relationship with somebody you care about. And I'll see you next time.